What's up, guys? I'm back and I'm here with a new game. I've been playing it a couple weeks. I'm finally confident enough to talk about it. So with that, let's get right into a lot of the questions and stuff people have about the game. We'll go right to the equipment menu. Now, let's get to the stats first, actually. So, health shield is pretty obvious. Power, that's typically going to be your lower stat on any character. Power goes into both weapon attack and skill power. You're probably not going to build it on anybody, honestly. Just why? If you're min-maxing, you're going to be putting it into weapon power or skill power, and health is an option. If you're playing Colonel and you're playing a shield buffer, you're going to run health, and because that's going to boost your shield. So a lot of that stuff's kind of pretty obvious. Now, skill damage. This is one thing that's not super clear. Obviously, it affects your primary and your minor skill. On PlayStation, that'll be your R1 and your L1. But they're basically your two skills. These two right here, your minor and your primary. Now, I'm assuming it buffs your ultimate skill. It is called a skill, but there is a little bit of confusion with that. So don't quote me 100% on whether or not that buffs ultimate. I'm just assuming it does, and there's no training room, so don't blame me for not testing it out. I've tried. It's very difficult to reliably test out these kind of things in any kind of training room. Skill charge rate should be pretty obvious. That, I believe, does not affect your ultimate charge rate because that is a separate thing. It might be further down here. I don't have any buffs for it, so I don't think it's down there. There's definitely gear that buffs it. I have it, just trust me, it's there. So we have these attacks: Disintegration, Anomaly, and Implosion. Let's check these cores, because these cores have them too. Oh, I sold them. Okay, so there's those. Now I'm going to show you what those affect, because it's pretty easy to show you here. So I'm going to go to the menu here. Corrective action is mostly going to be where you're dealing with this stuff. You'll see there's a note here: monsters in this stage gain increased chaos attack and chaos resistance. So that means as you're doing these stages, when you get really high, you're actually going to need to start building against this. So you're going to want to build defense against chaos, and you're going to want to build I'm pretty sure that means you want to not build chaos attack. You want to build the other two types of attack, because there's going to be kind of a rock paper scissors effect here, and it just gets annoying because you're going to be swapping your skills a lot. But that is super endgame content, getting to floor 70 on that. I haven't even tried yet because I don't have my ultimate perk. I have literally 8 out of the 10 legendary perks, and the one I want I don't have. So I am really upset right now because that'll increase my damage over 30 times, and I desperately need it. So let's get back into skills here. So that's what those are. A lot of people have questions on that, and it doesn't really explain it that well. It just says, this on. So there are some things on PlayStation it doesn't really tell you very well, so let's find one here. There's an underlined word right there, so if I hold down on the D-pad and move my left stick, I can actually keep that open while I move around, and I can kind of mouse over it and see what it does. Some of these tooltips are incorrect. In fact, a lot of them right now. Like, for example, both of those have the reading for super string reload. One, beacon transmission is obviously an L1 ability. That's my minor skill. So just a little tip there. Arbiter damage, obviously a big important thing for if you're doing Arbiter builds like I am. Now, I'm actually, my Thunder's a lot lower right now than it could be because I'm saving materials for a good red one, and then I'm gonna pop it in there. So now when you're building reds, you can modify the top skill, but you can't modify the bottom passive, which is kind of annoying. So whatever bottom passive you get, like this one is sustained firepower right over here, when this one, you cannot change that on any red. So this you can change all day long. These you can change all day long. So you're basically hunting for a good passive. And finding a good passive can be really challenging. So even if you're farming the correct boss, and that's another thing I just want to show you real quick, is when you're farming for gear, there's these little things down here that say Blade Max, Gloria, Diana. They will only drop passive skills for everybody or for those 4 characters. You will not get ones for other characters, and those change from boss to boss. So that's a good way to at least slightly better farm gear for your character. Alright, let's get back into these side details. Go down here. Alright, security damage. I think security shot damage is, there's a security perk that increases the damage of your next shot every like so many seconds. I think that's what security shot damage is, because security primary skill damage is ice. So it's kind of 2 different arbiter buffs there. Weapon damage is obvious. Speed, cap, weapon crit, ultimate skill. Now, there's a few things I don't have on here. Like, you probably won't see, I don't think I have any weapon crit modifiers on here. And they just don't show up because I don't have equipment on. Kind of like how I don't have disintegration anomaly, and then I'm missing impact. So I have disintegration anomaly and I'm missing impact again. So that's just I just don't have everything. Now potential chips. I'm going to show you where to. I'm just going to start showing you where to farm all this stuff. The only place to farm potential chips is Violent Frenzy. Now doing these up through hell is extremely easy. They are so easy, but the jump from hell to tide is massive. It is, unless you have a fully complete build, it is really hard to farm tide solo. Hell, I could look with Gloria, I could literally stand there, throw some turrets, and just rethrow my turrets, and I'll beat hell. It's that easy. Tide, I don't even think I could beat it solo with Gloria, just because I don't have her legendary. So, but as soon as I get her legendary, that'll be cake. But Tide, I highly recommend you got to use some meta characters, or you gotta have a really solid build. Now, classic mode, I recommend doing it once just to get the level 7, the tier 7 pieces of gear. Little piece, I guess. It's probably one of the first modes you'll be able to clear without having a really solid character build, and that's just because you pick up all the stuff as you go. I do believe it uses your base stats though. So if you have, just throw on whatever high level gear you have, ignore the buffs on them, just use whatever has the best stats, and you'll clear classic pretty easy. Going into exploration mode, if you want to farm an end, Wasteland End is the easiest. It's probably the best way to farm locators, which you're going to use for gear farming. The chips, you're also going to use a lot of these chips, specifically these two, but most specifically the conversion cores. And I'm going to show you the best way to upgrade chips right now. So if you get, let's find one that's only got a few on it. I think my okay, so this one's got 4 on it. So if this was a red piece, it can go up to 7. So what I would do is I'd go into my progression menu. Now if I had golds, if I had a gold first or a gold fourth, that would be perfect. You want that, because these up-downs are really easy to farm in COD. So you want to farm farm the up and downs. And basically what you're going to do is if you have a fourth, oh, and if you mouse over this, it shows you all the possibles. Each piece of gear is different. So let's say I want Arbiter of Thunder, and I like everything else that's on here. Like I like skill damage, I like primary skill damage, I like skill charge rate. So let's actually not change skill charge rate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up. I'm going to go over to, where is it? Do I have one? I think I might have, did I use my last one? Do I have one? Reload all sub. Oh yeah, don't use those. They screw your gear up. Where is this? I guess I'm out. There's a chip that will add a substat guaranteed. So you're gonna pop only a single one of those. That's gonna add a fifth one. And then if that fifth one isn't something you want, then you're gonna start popping the downs. And once you get one you like, you can pop on a sixth one and then roll your downs until you get a sixth one you like. And then you can add your seventh one and roll your downs until you get a seventh one you like. There's also better chips. If you're really, really trying to min-max and you're out on everything else, are they in here? I think there's well, there's the add a sub attribute. Oh, you know what? It's in. Now I'm confused. Here it is. So you got more up and downs here. This one is how you max out divine attributes on gear. Basically, you got to get a ton of these. It's ridiculous. You got to get a ton of them. You just got to keep re-rolling until you got all divine attributes, or whatever, and then you can sort out your gear. So that's another way to do it. But that's like if you're Mr. Moneybags and you're really trying to min-max that stuff out. But those have weekly purchase limits too, so this is what I'm talking about. That adds a sub attribute. So that's what you're gonna use. Now, another thing you got to keep out for is when you're really looking for good gear, you want to look, like I said earlier, you want to look for the bottom, because you can change anything else on the gear, and a lot of this stuff rolls really bizarre. But when you're rolling weapons, reloads, and feet, you want to look for your duo perks. Now, I'm not really running any duo perks right now, but let's say, because I just have terrible luck at getting good ones. This one's not terrible. So if I put this on, I have to have at least a gold and a lightning perk. So I'm just going to put this on really quick just to show you. And then you're going to mouse over it, and it's going to say requires one of the following of each, and you need to fulfill both those requirements. So obviously you need boot for that, and a reload or a, that's not the primary, so that's going to be on the skill. So both of those are on the skill chip. So you need that, and then you can have another duo. Let's see, so like this one, yeah, this one's got more options. So now you could have another one, I believe. Both of those are from the skill chip as well. So if your skill chip had one from gold, one from wealth, and one from passion, and then your lightning just had whatever on it, as long as at least one, you could be running both of those passives. And using that method, you can get up to 2 duos and up to 3 legendaries. Although there's only 4 boxes there, so I don't know if you could actually have 5 or not. I maybe you could. I don't know. You got me. It might limit you at 4. and cores. So yeah, we got through that. We got through traits. Traits you can only ever have one ineffective at a time. Some of them say unique effect. I don't know why they say unique effect, because they're all unique effects. You cannot duplicate ones that do that. And in fact, if you try to put one on a warn, it'll be like, warning, this has an effect that you won't get a use out of. So that's the thing. Cores are no longer an issue on PlayStation. For a while they were bugged. You couldn't equip them normally. You had to do some weird stuff to get them equipped. They go up to level 20. Again, they're fairly self-explanatory and typically how you want to build your character, whether you're doing skill power or weapon power, or health or defense or whatever, if you feel like you need it. And that's pretty much it. So hopefully this helps you out. My next video, I promise, it's going to be my Gloria build. I really just want to get this legendary up. Then I'm going to do a Yuri alt build. She's pretty meta right now, and she does insane amounts of damage with her ults, and it's very versatile. She's got pretty good survivability. She's just really meta. Then after that, I'm going to be doing a max build. Now he's level 1. I haven't played him. I do have a really good build for him that I'm going to work on in the meantime.
I'll try my best.
I'm sorry, Colonel and Aurora are just kind of bottom tier right now. They're both support, and that's not helping anybody right now. In fact, I think Gloria is probably the closest thing to a healer the game has because of her ranged res. Blades, she's actually really good on DPS and survivability because she keeps regenerating her shields and health as she hits stuff. So you can literally just mash her skill buttons and do pretty well with her. I have not played at all with Diana. I think she's pretty mid-tier as far as the game goes. And obviously I haven't unlocked either of those two, but those are both pretty mid-tier characters as well. Max, I think the top 2 tier characters right now are Max and Yuri. But we'll see. We'll see how the game goes. I think a lot of the other characters with heavy investment will also do very well, kind of like Gloria. But again, you need heavy investment in these characters. So if you've listened this far, thank you for listening, and I hope you look forward to my new videos. If you want to see anything specifically, like how to clear certain bosses, how to do certain things, I will be posting those occasionally. There'll be short videos, like maybe a minute or two, just covering all their abilities and stuff. Most of them aren't really an issue once you get good characters. Like, I can literally just throw turrets and this guy dies in like a minute. And that's including his invuln phase. That's pretty much like most of these. So they're not a huge issue, honestly. I will do a video on how to be good at Viral Frenzy. I will do a video on how to do Classic well. It's something that I've had a lot of fun with, and I think that if it didnand have a leaderboard, everyone would just play it once and leave it alone. But I think the leaderboard kind of makes it a fun thing. You saw at the beginning I had my rank 1 and Proto. I also have rank 2 in another one. You hear rank 2 right there in Ring City, and I haven't really attempted Wasteland yet. That one's a pain in the butt for Gloria. It's a bad one, but they're fun. I encourage people to play these more and try to get up on the leaderboards. And I also encourage the devs to try to put out some more incentives for players to do leaderboards. Like, just give us coins or something, and like reset it every week. Do something fun. And with that, I'm gonna cut the video. So I hope I see you guys a lot in the upcoming weeks. And I do post a lot in the world chat down here. I'm chatting. I'm always posting, looking for group and stuff. So if you see me, feel free to say hi. And I'll catch you guys later.